Good morning and welcome. Let's close our eyes and just take this time to connect with our breath. Think about an intention that you'd like to set for today's class. Inhale that intention through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Another breath in through your nose and sigh it out. Let's go into our practice this morning by bringing awareness to our body and the energy points within our body. So turn your non-dominant hand up towards the sky and take your dominant hand and place it just above the top of your head. And as you inhale, see if you can feel a little energy. Imagine that you're sending strength into your mind today. And then bring your hand just in front of the forehead, bringing your awareness to your third eye, giving it a little energy this morning. And then bring your hand down to your throat, slightly lift your chin. Bring awareness to your throat chakra, strengthen your communication. And then bring your hand down just above your heart. Give your heart a little love, a little attention this morning. And then bring your hand down just above your navel. Give a little attention to your solar plexus. And then down just below your navel. Bring a little attention there. Strengthen your digestion system, your drive. And then bring your hand down as low as you can. Maybe it rests in your lap. And let's take this time to ground us. So your non-dominant hand, turn the palm to face down. Feel yourself rooted into your mat. Notice your sit bones, your tailbone. And just pull some energy up from the earth if you're able to feel it. Appreciate it. And then you can rest both hands on your knees. When you're ready, start to circle the head gently. Come back to your deep breathing if you've lost that deep breath. Go ahead and reverse your circle on your next inhale. Good. Now bring your head back to center, and with your eyes closed, imagine your nose tracing a circle. So start off small, like a little spiral that gets bigger with each circle. And with your eyes closed, you're just focusing on your nose. Make a little circle, but get bigger each circle until you can get to the biggest circle that you can. Unless it causes you pain, then don't do it. Now reverse that circle. You're going to start off big and circle around until you're a little teeny circle. When you're done with the smallest circle, bring your shoulders up to your ears and just squeeze them into the ears. Press your hands into your knees. Hold it there while you exhale. And then inhale, pull your navel in. And this time as you exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together as you lower the shoulders down. Now let's bring the arms up on the inhale. You can open your eyes if you'd like. Palms together at the top. Bring your prayer hands behind your head if it feels okay. So the wrist or the hands are resting right at the bottom of the skull or the top of the spine. And then slightly lift your chin. Just hold it here. Try to relax the shoulders. Keep the belly tight to help you sit up tall. And on your exhale, bring your chin to your chest, bring your elbows in, round your spine into more of a cat pose. And then inhale the body back up, bring the arms up, and on the exhale, bring the arms down by your side. So your hands can be out to the side on your fingertips or resting on your knees. We're going to inhale and turn our head to the left. And just hold it there. Inhale your head back to center. Exhale, turn your head to the right. Inhale back to center. And now we're going to take the hands to the back of the head. You want to get the thumbs right on the base of the skull or right where the skull meets the spine. And then you want to slide your thumbs around the base of the neck or the skull to your ears. And just hold it there. Add a little pressure with the thumbs. And then go back to start. So starting right outside of the spine and then sliding it to the ears. And if that feels okay, maybe you do it 2 more times. And on that last one, bring the hands down and let's find our way to tabletop position. We'll get the body nice and warm coming into our first balancing pose. So straighten your right leg and your left arm and flex your right foot and pull your navel in and hold it there. Try to turn your toes down towards the floor. Now take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, crunch elbow to knee. 4 more times at your own pace. You can go slow or fast. Try to keep that right palm nice and flat. Good. And when you're done, extend and hold. And then lower down and switch sides. You're going to straighten your left leg and your right arm. Engage your core, flex your foot, breathe, and then begin your crunching when you're ready. Elbow to knee 5 times. Inhale, exhale. On that last one, hold it with an extended arm and leg, and then lower down. From tabletop, we're going to send our hips over to the right and look behind our right shoulder. So you're trying to make a C shaped with the spine. See if you can look back a little further, stretch out the neck a little more. And then other side, bring the hips to the left, look behind your left shoulder. See if you can look back a little more. And then bring the body back to center. Now we'll do cat and cow variations. So on the inhale, find a cow. Send your belly down. You're going to look up and then walk your hands towards the front right corner of your mat. Stay on the fingertips if you can. Keep that arch in the back. You don't have to look up, but you're going to send your hips back towards your back left corner of your mat and stay there. Good. Come back to center. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Now, cat, chin to chest, squeeze the belly, tuck your toes, and then round back towards your heels. You can come onto the fingertips once again or keep the palms flat. When you get as far back as you want to go, start to sway your hips left and right. Keeping that nice arch in the back. And then bring it forward, untuck the toes, find your cow, walk your hands towards the front left corner of your mat, send your hips back towards the back right corner. Good. So it's almost like a puppy dog where your hips stay high and your belly and thighs are connected. Good. Come back to center. We'll do one more cat. So tuck the toes, squeeze the belly, chin to chest, arch the back, and then send the hips back with the arch. And this time, try to sway the shoulders a little bit. Good. Now come back to center. Inhale to a regular cow. Exhale to a regular cat. Do that 3 more times. Think about ujjayi breaths, nice forceful inhale and exhales out of the nose. Last one, try to make it the biggest breath of your morning. And then let it all go. When you're in your cat, prepare for down dog. Tuck your toes. Find your first downward facing dog of the day, possibly. When you get there, take turns bending the knees. Walk your dog. And then step into a forward fold. Let's try to get into our lower back by coming to a half lift with the hands on the hips. Pull the hips back and then soften your knees and then slide your hands down the back of your legs and hug. So if your neck is your focus point, go ahead and circle it or try to release any pressure. If your low back is your focus, then try to send your tailbone up and squeeze the upper body to the lower. If your hamstrings are your focus, make sure you bend those knees a lot. Spend 4 breaths there. All right, hands on the shins. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We'll do 2 more, but pull the navel in when you inhale, and then let the belly go when you exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Circle the arms, come all the way up, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, so from here, we're going to take the left hand to the right shoulder. We're going to take the right shoulder behind our back and reach for the left hip. Your feet are hip distance. Make sure they're level with one another. And then twist to your right. Twist at your waist, then your shoulders, and then look back. Good. Let's lift the right arch off of the floor. Bend the left knee and see if you can twist a little deeper. Good. Bring it back to center slowly. Release, sway. Dangle the arms side to side. And then the other side. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand behind your back. Twist at the waist, the shoulder, and then the neck. Twisting to your left this time. Now allow that left arch to lift. Allow the right knee to bend. Try to twist a little deeper. And come back to center. Sway the arms side to side. And then we'll begin our flow this morning. So, step to the top of your mat. Bring your hands to prayer. Close your eyes. Feel the soles of the feet connected to the mat. And as you inhale, open the arms, bring them up. As you exhale, step back with your right foot. Find a crescent lunge or a warrior foot. And then we're going to take a twist to your left, but you're going to bring your left hand down. You're going to reach your right arm forward. You're going to look to your left. And then see if you can look back towards the back of your mat. Okay. Now, if you're in a crescent lunge, try to lower your heel down a little bit. Good. Now let's reverse it. So bring that right arm up. Reach that left hand down towards the ground or rest it on your right thigh. Try to bend that front knee a little deeper. And if you're in that crescent lunge, on your inhale, flatten your heel. And let's all straighten our front leg and try to lean back a little bit more. Good. Bring both hands down to the ground. Lift your back leg up in the air. Turn your toes towards the floor. And then see if you can take your left hand and hug your left leg. And then point your toes and send your right leg as high as you want to take it for standing split. Good. Bring your knee into your nose, your right knee. Point those toes for a little flamingo pose. And then lower your right foot down and take a hug. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hold it at the top. And step back with your left foot. Either a crescent or a warrior foot. And then right arm comes down. Left arm reaches forward. Turn your head to the right. And then try to look back. If you're in a crescent foot, try to lower that heel. And then let's reverse it. The left arm comes up. The right arm reaches down or towards the left thigh. You got it. Yep, knee going forward. Inhale and straighten out your front knee. Try to lean back a little deeper. And then bring both hands down to the mat and try to lift your back leg with a flexed foot. With your right hand, hold on to your right leg and point your left toes, come into your standing split. Good. Now bend that left knee, bring it into the belly, keep the toes pointed, flamingo, and then lower the left foot down. Take another hug. Sway yourself if you want to. And then come on up on the inhale. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Let's use the wide side of our mat. Okay, we're going to be working on goddess pose. So you want to turn your toes towards the corners of your mat. Toes turned out, heels turned in. Make sure your feet are even with one another. Then tuck your pelvis, squeeze your booty, and send your hips forward. And then bend just your left knee. And notice if it goes in towards the ground. If it does, go ahead and open it up and press into the foot. Okay, now straighten that leg, bend your right. Same thing here. If it goes in, open it up. And then straighten. Now let's bend both. And use both hands to open up the knees. Send your pelvis forward and pull your shoulders back. Hold it here. Option to lift your right heel off of the ground. If you took that option, lower that heel, lift the left heel. Good. And lower down. Now we'll get a neck stretch in. So bring your left hand to the inner left thigh. Push the hip open and look to the left. So hopefully you'll feel a stretch on the right side of your neck. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Press into that inner right thigh. Look to the right. And come back to center. Give your knees a break. Inhale, both arms up. Natalie, did that feel okay on your shoulder and neck? Okay, we'll do one more round of that. So let's bring the hands down to shoulder level. Bring the index and thumbs to touch. Send your hips forward. Squeeze your booty. Bend your right knee. Straighten it. Bend your left knee. Straighten it. Bend both knees. Bring both hands inside of the thighs. Option to lift both heels if you'd like. Pull your shoulders back. Lower your heels. Drop your right shoulder forward. Look to your right. And then look to your left. And then bring it back up and take it back down. Left shoulder comes forward. Look to the left. And then look to your right. And then come on back up. Turn your toes so that your back toes are slightly out and your front toes are forward towards the front of your mat. Okay, now inhale, both arms up, reach forward, find triangle pose. We're gonna look down at our big toe in the front and then pull the shoulders away from the ears and bring that back hand to the shoulder. Now, with that hand on the shoulder, pull the shoulder back. Try to look up if your neck allows it. And then push your hips forward. Squeeze your cheeks. And then that back hand that's on the shoulder, allow it to rest on the hip. Your front hand, reach it forward towards the front of your mat. Squeeze your belly. Bring the body up. Bring the arm up and look up. And then bring the other arm to follow as you square your hips forward. Bring your hands to prayer. See if you can step that back foot. You're going to be stepping forward, but we're going to try to bring the knee into the belly. So see if you can take one big step and bring the knee with you. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Point your toes towards the floor. Slow circle of the ankle. Reverse your circle. Good. Now step that foot out to the side, as far out to the side as you can. When I stepped my foot out, mine naturally went behind the other one. So if yours is the case, go ahead and step it till it's leveled. Okay. Hands back at prayer. Pull the navel in. See if you can bring that knee back up. Good. Point and flex the foot. Good. Now step that foot back. Warrior one. Both arms up. Exhale, hands down. And step back to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees, look between your hands, take a hop or a step back to that forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to find the wide side of the mat. Once again, you can turn the same side or the same way that you did last time. Hopefully, I won't throw you guys off. Okay. So now we're going to try to yogi toe lock our two big toes. So you're going to bring your arms out like a T when you inhale. When you exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward, wrap the index, middle finger, and thumb around your two big toes. And then just sway your hips from left to right. Allow your head to be free. No pressure on the neck. And then see if you can bring your hands right underneath your face. Widen your legs a little bit. Now your heels go out, your toes go in. Try to bring the crown of the head closer to the floor. Keep your elbows in. Good. Inhale, half lift. Come onto the fingertips. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Now come on up by heel toeing the feet together. Hands on the hips. Squeeze everything and rise. So we're going to do that triangle on the other side. I'm going to turn around so that I'm still facing you guys. But you're going to turn that opposite foot. Hopefully you can remember. One foot goes towards the front of your mat. Good. You guys got it here with me. Bring the arms out like a T. Reach forward. And then find that triangle. Bringing your top hand to your shoulder. Look down for a breath or two. And then pull your shoulder back. And if you're able to look up, go ahead and look up. And then slide your hand that's on the shoulder to the hip. And the hand that's on the leg, reach it forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, reverse. Bend that front knee. Good. Try to bend a little deeper if possible. Try to reach back a little further if possible. Good. And let's bring both hands down and step back to our downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, child's pose. Any variation of child's pose that you'd like, go ahead and take it. Two more breaths to rest, and then we'll go into another round of triangle with a different variation. So when you're ready, find your downward facing dog. Bring your left leg up in the air when you inhale, and try to swing that left foot between your hands. Turn your right foot out and yogi toe lock your left big toe. You're going to open up the right side body, and you're either going to reach that right arm towards the sky or hold on to the hip. Now think about the hand that's holding on to the toe. Try to bend your elbow to fold that left side deeper, and then try to pull your right shoulder back to lengthen. I wish I had a mint to give you. I don't even have that. All right, let's bring both hands down. Bend our back, or straighten our back leg, and bring both hands down to the ground. And then very slowly lower your back knee. If you need to add cushion, add it, because we'll be here for a little while. Bring both hands inside of that left foot. Walk the foot out to the side. Okay. Good. So let's all make a fist. Come on to the fist, pull back into the shoulders, and push the hips forward. So just allow the hips the opportunity to open up a bit. And then we're going to flatten the palms and try to walk the hands forward above the foot. And then allow that left knee and hip to open up. So bring the arch off of the floor. And then slide your right leg back a little bit more. And then come down onto the elbows if you have the flexibility this morning. This is a pretty deep stretch, so breathe slowly. Are you able to untuck your toes? Other way. Yeah. Natalie, can you bring that right hip back up a little bit? Does that's giving you a really deep stretch? Okay, then keep it down. It's okay. I just don't want you to overextend it. All right, so we've got 4 more breaths here. All right, let's bring the hips back to the center as we come back onto the hands. We're going to step that left foot back, straighten it out, and then bend it into the knee or to the nose. So just doing a couple bending and straightening of that left leg. And then place that left foot to the out right side of your mat, the outer right side, and look behind your right shoulder at your toes. Good. Bring it back to center. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, your version, cobra, and then back to down dog to get us back into that triangle. So lift your right leg up when you get there. Inhale it. Bend your knee and send your right foot between your hands. Lower your back heel. Yogi toe lock your right big toe. Inhale, that left arm comes up towards the sky or rest on the hip. Think about pushing your hips towards the wide side of your mat. Think about bending that right elbow to get deeper in your stretch. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, bring both hands down inside of that right foot and lower your left knee. So readjust the body so that you can push your hips forward. Come on to the fist to allow the hip to wake up. And then we're going to walk the hands forward as we slide that left knee back, open up the right hip, and then come down to the elbows. If you're able to keep the hips in the center of your mat, try that. That back leg, you want it nice and straight. Toes going straight back if possible. One more breath. And then come back to the hands. Send that right leg behind you. Bend and straighten it. All right. Let's have a seat so we can do a couple more stretches for the neck and lower back. So let's start with the right leg crossed in front of the left. Right leg in front of left. We're going to inhale the left arm out to the side. And on the exhale, cross the body. Use your right hand or forearm to stretch the shoulder. Pull the shoulder down and look to the left. Close your eyes. See if you can get your chin to touch your left shoulder. Now, as you inhale, start to lean to your right. Keep the arm and the head as it is. Just take a little lean. Your left hip and knee is going to want to come up. Press it back down, if so. Slowly bring the body back to center. Turn your head to the right, slowly. And then start to twist to the right. Bring your arm with you. Stay here or take a fold, folding over that right knee. When you place your arms on the knee, you might be able to rest your left cheek on the shoulder. But depending on if you want to feel more of a shoulder stretch or a neck stretch will determine how far you go. Start to open and close your left palm. Good. Slowly come up. Left hand, right shoulder. Right hand, left shoulder. Walk the hands back. Just kind of sway yourself while you give yourself a nice hug. And then turn your hug into a circle. Reverse your circle. Good. Slowly come up and release it out. Circle the shoulders if you need to. And then we'll do the other side. So the right arm will inhale out to the side. Crosses the body. Left arm or hand is the helper. Turn your head to the right. Try to rest your chin on your shoulder and close your eyes. While we're here, switch out the legs, since I forgot to tell you to do that. Try to feel the stretch in the left side of your neck. Take that gentle lean over to your left. And then come back to center. Turn your head to the left. And then start to twist your body to the left. Stay there or take that fold and rest on your left thigh, maybe resting your right cheek on your shoulder. And then slowly come on up and circle the shoulders, release. We're going to bend both knees and belly, thighs connected. Reach for the feet, the balls of the feet. And then try to sit up tall. And then start to walk your heels away from your body. But keep your belly and thigh connected. When you start to notice that your belly and thighs disconnect, that's where you will stop in your fold. Good. And this is a good way to fold when you're not able to reach your toes without rounding. Sade, can you feel this in your low back where you need it? Where you feel it at? Okay, so push your belly on your thighs, pull back into your shoulders and try to sit up. Did that change it? Yeah. Where do you feel it now? Good, stay there. Let's start to take the head from shoulder to shoulder. And then chin to chest without compromising our pose. And then head back to neutral. See if you can straighten those legs just a little bit more. And then let's come out of the pose. We're going to come down to the back. I'm going to give two variations of this pose. The first one, your head's either going to be resting on the floor or a block. This is the modification. The other one is legs lifted, head lifted, and reaching forward. So you're either option 1 or option 2, with or without a block. We're working our core. Let's see if we can hold this for 3 breaths. You can always support the head with the hands. Try to lift and hold. We're here for 3. If your legs are shaking, you know you're doing work. 2. And then bring those knees into the chest, lower the head, and start to circle the lower body. We'll do 2 more rounds of that if you want to. Go ahead and reverse or circle the other way. Second round, we'll try just one leg lifted and one leg hovered. So right leg hovering the mat, left leg lifted. Go ahead and lift up or just lift the legs. Try to keep them straight. Good. We're here for 3, 2. Switch the legs for another 3. Hold for 2. Lower the head. Take happy baby. Pull those knees closer to the armpits. Feel free to yogi toe lock since we've done that already this morning. Rock yourself side to side. Good. And then release your happy baby. Straighten your left leg. Hug your right knee in. Interlace your fingers in front of the knee. And send the knee towards the chest. See if you can pull the knee in a little more and send it towards the right armpit. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And then see if you can pull the knee in a little bit more and take it over to the left armpit. Use your left hand to help it. Bring your right hand down to the ground. Option to bring your forehead up towards your knee. and take a little crunch. And then lower down. And find spinal twist by rolling onto that left hip, stacking your right hip on top. Option to lift up, bend your left knee and reach for your left foot, and then lower back down and look to your right. So it's just an option. It's a pretty deep stretch. You don't have to take it. Good, breathe. Take a couple cleansing breaths. Go ahead and come out of your twist, straighten that left leg, cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh, and allow your right knee to kind of fall out. So the legs are making a figure 4. Left leg is straight, left foot is flexed. Left foot flex, you got it. Now I'm going to just peek at both of your hips, make sure they're leveled. Okay. So you have the option to stay here or palms face down, press the palms into the ground, bend your left knee, flatten your left foot on the floor, and then try to lift your hips up and push that right knee down like as if you were sending it towards the floor. Hold for a bridge with a cross leg, and then lower down, and then straighten your left leg. And then switch out the legs. Go ahead and hug your left knee in. Interlace your fingers in front of the thigh. The knee. And then hug a little more. Send the knee towards the left armpit. And then bring the knee in a little more. Send it towards the chest. And then send it towards your right armpit use your right hand to help. Option to bring the forehead to the knee. And then lower the head down and find your spinal twist. Try to stack that left leg, that left hip on top of right. And if you took the option where you bent the bottom leg and reached up for the foot, go ahead and take that option once again and lower back down. Slowly come out of your twist on your next exhale. The right leg straightens with a flexed foot. Left ankle, cross it above the right knee. Stay here or bring the hands down. Press into the palms as you bend your right knee, foot flat. Lift your hips up. And as you lift your hips up, you're pressing down into that left knee. And then lower the hips, straighten the leg, uncross. Bend both knees and windshield wiper them. So now you can choose an inversion, maybe bridge, maybe sleeping tiger, or maybe a supported shoulder stance. We're preparing ourselves for Shavasana. So if you need to put your socks back on or get comfortable, do so. Hips can go to the right just a hair. Spend as much time in your inversion that you'd like. And when you've had enough and you feel satisfied, please do any last stretches that you need to complete your practice this morning. And then prepare yourself for your Shavasana. Once you get settled in, do a scan of your body. Before we drift completely away, we're going to focus on our chakras once again. So your dominant hand, turn it down towards the ground. Rest it on the floor. You're going to receive energy from the earth. And then bring your non-dominant hand to the top of the head. You can be just above the head or actually touching the head. It's your choice. We're going to protect our mind, the wisdom that resides in us. We will strengthen it this morning. And just bring the awareness to the crown chakra. And then bring that hand down to the forehead. Rest it on the forehead. Strengthen your intuition. Have gratitude for it. And then bring your hand down to your throat. Strengthen your throat. Heal your thyroid. Prevent yourself from any sicknesses. And then bring your hand to your heart. Give yourself some love. Heal your heart. Then bring your hand down just above your navel, your belly button. Strengthen all of the organs that reside here. Your confidence. Bring your hand just below your belly button. Strengthen your feminine energy. And then bring your hand down to the tailbone area, your root chakra. Reground yourself. Root yourself. Create stability for yourself. And now that non-dominant hand you can bring down to the floor, palm face down, just allow it to be energized. And then you can relax, be in your Shavasana, maybe turn your palms up now to receive. I will guide you back in a few moments. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sniff in more air. Hold your breath. And very slowly, as slow as you can, let that breath sneak out of your mouth. Take another breath in as quietly as you can, as if you are trying to not hear your own breath. And exhale that breath just as quietly as you inhaled. And we'll take one last final breath. Inhale through the nose as strong and powerful as you can. Hold it as long as you can. And when you can no longer hold it, roll onto your right side and sigh it out exaggerately. Good. Go ahead and push yourself up into a comfortable seat with the eyes closed. Bring your ring finger and thumbs to touch. Add a little pressure while you acknowledge how you feel. And let's just have gratitude for our yoga practice. Hopefully you feel better than you stepped onto your mat this morning. And I just want to thank you all for joining me. Let's inhale. And as we exhale, bring our palms together and seal our practice. Thank you for allowing me to guide you this morning. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.